Evening, everyone. We would like to welcome 2024 Procore Championship winner, Patton Kizzire. Patton just captured your third PGA Tour victory and first since 2018. What was it like today?
It was pretty sweet, pretty special. I was trying not to get ahead of myself today. I knew that it would be difficult not to get ahead of myself with a 4-shot lead heading into today, but I wrote down in my yards book, I am here, I am now. And I kept going back to that, and that helped me be disciplined and stay present. And that was something that I just kept going back to, and that's what really helped me come out on top.
Where did you get that slogan from, or what inspired you to put that?
Gosh, I've heard it here and there, but it was just something I picked up on. I've been working really hard on my mental game, and that was just one little thing that I picked up on. I keep adding stuff here and there throughout the week in my yards book, and that was something that really hit home with me coming into today with a 4-shot lead.
Kids are back home. They were watching along with grandparents. Wife Carrie was here, able to greet you on the green side. What was that like to have her here? Because originally her plans were to go back home with the kids.
Yeah, she was supposed to go back on Friday. My wonderful mother and my parents and her parents are so good to us and taking care of our awesome kids, Palmer and Miller. I really had a dream about, or didn't have a dream, but I dream about having my whole family run out there. But sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. We have to stay a little bit more focused, and Carrie came out here, and she did a fantastic job keeping me focused. And we'll celebrate with the kids when we get back home.
Perfect. We're going to open up questions to the media. Those who have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone over to you. We'll start off with Ron here in the left, in the blue.
Congratulations. 2 questions. First, you mentioned your mental game, and the caddy, your caddy, Dean, I talked to, said the same thing, that's made a big difference. Any specific example today of a hole or a moment where you maybe stayed calmer, or something you maybe wouldn't have done as well a couple years ago?
It's hard to put my finger on one specific event today. It was the entire week. I was able to put myself in the same frame of mind throughout the entire week, and I haven't been able to do that in a while. I've worked pretty hard for a short period of time in order to do that, and sure enough, the practice paid off, and I was able to do it this week, and man, it was a lot of fun.
And I talked to Mackenzie Hughes, and he said it went 6 years. He went 6 years between his first win and his second win. And he said there's a voice in the back of your head that wonders if you're going to get it done again. Did you hear that voice, and how did you quiet it?
Well, there's always doubt in anything. Doubt. If you listen to the doubt in life in general, it's never beneficial. You look at the positives in all things, and there's going to be obstacles, and that's just how it's going to be. You got to plan to attack those obstacles, and I did a fantastic job of that the entire week.
Marty here in the very front right here.
Good evening, Patton. Marty James with the Napa Valley Register. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A couple questions. Weather is a big factor in the game of golf, and today the weather changed with wind and cooler temperatures, cloudiness. How did that impact your scoring today, and how did it change your game plan? And the second question, your Eagle 3 on the 5-par, number 5, if you can tell us about that as well.
Yeah, I knew today was going to be a challenge. We were playing late in the afternoon, and the wind was going to be up more so than it had been. I live in Sea Island, Georgia, and it's been windy. It's been so windy back home. I play in the wind. I enjoy playing in the wind. I've prepared for that. So I actually looked at it as a positive. I knew it would be hard for other guys to go low. So I just had to stay disciplined and just do my thing. I've practiced for that, and I thought it was going to be an advantage for me. When it comes to number 5 today, that was huge. That was gigantic for me to chip that ball in. I hit a nice drive, but that hole is double dog leg, so that's only half the battle. I was in the fairway, but I had to hit about a 50-yard hook, 40-yard hook with a 6-iron. And I hit it really good, and it just trickled through the back of the green, which was a great shot. And I had a decent lie and was able to hit it just like I needed to. When that ball went in the hole, I had a jolt of confidence, and it felt like my tournament again. Not that I was doubting it much, but when a guy makes a couple birdies and closes the gap, it's hard not to feel it a little bit. I tried to not allow those feelings to come in. But when that chip went in, that feeling, I let that one come on in.
Very back left, Cameron.
At the RSM Classic, you were fighting pretty hard to keep full status, and afterward you got a little emotional about saying this is the thing that you've wanted to do since you were in the 2nd grade, and that you felt something good was coming. And here you are. How does it feel to sort of look back on that moment and then know where you are sitting right there?
Yeah, you know exactly how to get me a little emotional. Yeah, I was very emotional there at the end of the year because I had put a lot in and didn't get a lot out. But I've been so passionate about this game for so long. It's just a journey. There's obstacles just one after another in golf and in life, and you just got to keep going, and it feels really, really sweet for the hard work to pay off. I still have a lot of improving to do. I'm going to enjoy this win. It seems like whenever I do win, I'm like, I didn't even really play that well. I putted well. I didn't feel like I played that well, but I putted great. But it's just so sweet to go through the ups and downs, and that's life. There's ups and downs. You just got to stay positive, and that's what led me here to right now.
And then real quick, knowing that you won those 2 tournaments within about 2 months of each other, are you pretty eager to go tee it up somewhere right now?
Yeah. I like feeling the hot hand. I'm looking forward to going to the Sanderson Farms and competing this fall. This fall is really important for me and for a lot of guys, and they're some of my favorite tournaments of the year. I found myself asking for sponsors invites, and now I don't think I have to do that. I may be wrong, I don't know. But, I found myself on the outside looking into some of these tournaments coming up this fall that I love. And to win this week, I think, takes care of that. And I'm excited to compete again.
And moving over to the right side.
You were near the top for short game stats this weekend. Anything you kind of worked on leading up to the tournament? Did something kind of click, leading in? I don't know, what was kind of reasoning behind that, you think?
Well, I think my putting has always been a strength of mine, and I've underperformed on the greens for way too long, and all the while knowing that is my ticket to trophies. But I think the mental game helped me perform on the greens. I was extremely disciplined with my routine and just did the same thing over and over, and that was huge for me. My short game's my chipping around the greens is always pretty good. I enjoy competing with my buddies and doing a lot of short game stuff, so that I can thank some of those guys for getting me prepared.
We have Nick.
Just to follow up on the putting, were there any adjustments that you made mechanically or otherwise on the greens heading into the week?
Nothing in particular this week. I just stayed extremely, extremely disciplined with my routine. That I haven't done that well with my routine in quite some time.
Back up to the front with Marty.
Hey, Patton. 8 years ago, you were a second-place finisher here to Brendan Steele, and you often talk about how special this place is to you, and why is this place special to you? And if you can talk about, what is it that you connect to Silverado about?
Well, there's several things. My first tournament as a member of the tour, I actually had to miss this tournament to get married. We made our wedding arrangements based on the previous year's schedule, and then I ended up having to miss it. So, that kind of stung, but obviously the best decision of my life to marry my wife. And then the next year I come, and I just kind of fell in love with it. We came a week early and hung out in the different areas, Napa and Sonoma and everywhere, and we really enjoyed it. And then I almost won the tournament. I should have won the tournament. Brendan did great and finished it off. And I've seen my life almost flash before my eyes here before. I had to evacuate. Which was a panic feeling. I believe that was 2017. I was in the resort, and all of a sudden I can smell smoke, and people are banging on doors, and we had to jet out of here and didn't know where to go. A lot of interesting memories here. I love the golf course. I love the people. There's great food, great wine, great golf course. What's not to like?
Ron, go ahead.
Seems like going 6.5 years without winning sort of speaks to how difficult it is to win on the tour. And as I mentioned, Mackenzie went 6 years between wins. I mean, how can you speak to just the challenge of getting, not just finishing top 10, but getting over that last hump to be where you are now?
Yeah, it's so competitive out here. There's so many guys, young guys, that are coming up, trying to take your job. As my buddy Brian Harmon, he says, see that guy over there? He's trying to take my job. And I laugh every time he says that, but they are. There's so many good players coming up, and everybody's training better and getting better. And it's so competitive. The guys are working hard. You got to be on top of your game to win, and that's what makes it so sweet.
And real quick, you've been working with a mental coach, a woman, right? What's her name, if you don't mind?
I don't know if she wants me to say her
That's
name. We'll just keep it as, yeah.
How long have you been working?
About a month. Yeah.
And while we get a microphone back over to Cameron, how do your wife carry on the green, but also a lot of friends? What was it like to see them and for them to greet you with a champagne shower?
Yeah, it was great. I have a lot of good friends out here. A lot of them live in my hometown, and we spent a lot of time together, and that meant a lot for them to be there at the end. And I would have liked to have stayed dry and not smell like champagne right now, but I'll take it if that's what it takes. But that was really nice of them, and I enjoyed seeing some familiar faces.
Time for just a few more. Cameron, go ahead.
Patton, most of the time when you guys try to get better, it's about like launch monitors and swing planes and stuff. But doing some of the stuff that with the bare feet and the hugging the tree and so forth, is that something that you had to kind of convince yourself to buy in, or were you just ready for it?
Oh, I'm always eager to improve. I was a little skeptical, but it's just bringing light to life. Not taking yourself so seriously, doing silly stuff, and just breaking the ice. I think there is something to that calm that you get, just kind of being outside barefoot and stuff like that. Before my rounds, I did everything from help the guys pick the range, barefooted, to chipping contests with these kids on the back chipping green, getting out, doing fun stuff when I was getting ready to play. I think that definitely played a role in my success this week.
And we'll take final question. Come back over to the right.
I think it was on 11 where Lipsky got back within 2. Was that one of those moments that you kind of went back to that note in your journal?
That was a tough situation. Yes, I grinded, just kept reading in my book. He had an amazing shot in there, and I pulled it just a little bit and ended up dead. That hole is such a good hole, and that's such a hard pin. You can hit a nice shot in there to 2 feet, 3 feet like he did, or you can miss it by a little bit and be in a world of trouble. I took my medicine there. It would have been easy for me to try to get it close and then end up a little further away down off the front of the green and then have trouble 2-putting. But I kind of took my medicine and figured that I would have chances coming up. But yeah, he applied some heavy pressure there, and that was definitely a test.
Perfect. With that, we will go and wrap it up.
Thank you. I
Again,
appreciate y'all.
Congrats. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.